Hello. Welcome, everyone.
Good evening.
Hello, welcome.
Good evening. Good evening. So, episode number 72, I think. I think so. And I was just checking.
It is.
Oh, yeah. So this is, I think, actually episode 88. If we include the one that we did from home in the past, that we're counting as Hearns from home. So we've done close to 100. I think by Christmas we'll get to 100.
Yes. Well, and Christmas is so close.
Christmas is getting very close, and thankfully shopping has started. So we finally reopened the doors this week, and it's been really busy.
It has been. It's been good seeing people around.
How different has it been? Like, it just feels crazy, doesn't it?
Well, the vibe is totally different, isn't it?
Oh, it's really good. It's a lot more live and stuff, but just like relentless, isn't it? There's people there, the phones are ringing. It's good. Great.
Full on.
Oh, we're live.
Indeed. And we're live again. Quite a few people joining us. Tony, Noel, Cabinet S-Man. We have Kai. I don't think I've seen Kai before, but welcome. Model trains. I don't know whether we have model trains tonight, but we have a few things every now and then. So actually have a model train part here that we have designed that we can talk about it later.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Phil and Shane, welcome everyone. So big night ahead. So
Have we ever?
yes. What do we know? What's new today? Warwick is joining us in a second.
Mm-hmm.
Rob, welcome in. Are we ready for Warwick?
Is he
Who's
coming?
ready for Warwick? I'm
Warwick
ready.
has disappeared.
Ready? Hands up. Right,
What?
Bill. Welcome.
Hey,
Oh, he's coming. There he is.
fearless leader.
Unanimously
Hey,
voted in.
fellas.
Look
How's
at
it
him.
going?
You're looking
What
very
a
T-shirt.
nice
furry.
shirt that you're wearing tonight.
I know.
Am I coming through loud and clear?
Yes.
Yeah, we're just telling you
Yeah.
how good your shirt was, mate.
Oh, that's good. There's a lot of Minecraft happening in the next room, so I don't know how much of a bandwidth suck that's going to be. Probably a lot. We'll do it. We'll do our best. Hey,
How
How's
is
how's everyone's
your-
evening?
Good. I had dinner. Good. I had lollies. I'm happy. I'm ready.
Lollies for dinner? That's all
Lolly for
part of
dinner.
that's part of the pyramid, right? Like on the top of the pyramid, there's lollies.
Exactly.
What about ice cream?
It's also on top.
Oh, controversy.
Yeah. So the question for
Controversy.
tonight is lollies or ice cream? That's the question.
That's it. That's
Yeah,
the
they're both.
question.
But the real question is this:
Hey, you like that Mexican kid? Like,
Ooh.
what is this?
that is an E.H. Holden.
Ah.
Not
That's a
even
big guess, I
knowing.
think.
Nah,
And tell me I got it right. That can't be possible.
nah, impossible.
Yeah.
All right, I'll leave it here for another
That
second.
long out of the hobby man, right?
Let's see. There's a bit of reflection. I don't have my full camera tonight. I forgot a cable at work.
Is it a
We are
Volvo?
It's a
It makes it
Volvo.
dreamlike, so I kind of like
It could
it.
be a Volvo, but it's not. So what we need to know make. We need to know the model
Come on, people.
and the color.
Great wall.
Right.
You can do it.
Enough for now. Cool. So where do we start tonight?
Where shall we start? We've got lots of stuff to talk about, haven't we?
He's going to put
Man,
his
there's been
hand
so
up.
Warwick
many
building
new deliveries
is-
this week.
We left
It-
you building stuff last week. Are you still going?
It's like Hearns is like the cardboard box central of the universe at the moment. It's like,
Well, there's a lot in there, isn't there?
I know everyone just has to like just yell at me, and I just like spring up from under like a box, like a cardboard fort of boxes. It's like, yeah, I still work here. I'm just like squirreling away under these boxes. It's all good.
It's
No doubt we've got a lot of
300
stock come through.
Bandai
We've got a lot
kits
of-
that we received today,
Mm.
among many others.
Yeah, it's been crazy. It's been really a full-on week, even though it's only been a short week. There's just been so many new deliveries, and we're like like COVID is but a dream at this point. Like, I don't know where we're going to put everything. We might have to open up another shop or
Moving upstairs.
upstairs. Yeah.
Yes.
It's pretty crazy, but it's
How
really
is the
great.
X-Max, Brett?
The X-Max has been fantastic, mate. It's in good hands. It's run around the neighbourhood. It's scared some dogs and nearly punched nearly punched the pickets off my picket fence. It's caused carnage. You know, there's a stop sign on my street that looks a bit secondhand now. It's sort of like 45 degrees over.
Take it from the other side and put it straight again.
That's right. That's right. So it's a hectic car that is an absolute testament to Traxxas. Just the amount of I suppose the power and the punishment and the inertia that it can generate. It's like 15 kilos. It's massive and it absolutely flies. It's really quick.
It's got a lot of instant power.
Yes.
Oh yeah. Absolutely.
You can wheel it for probably 50 meters, easy.
Well, probably, because once you get it to the balance point, you can just go as far as you can see it, you know? And it does. It sits on the balance point and just goes. It's pretty cool. And then if you panic and hit the brakes and it just does forward somersaults and just shakes itself off and keeps driving.
Indeed. So there is a rumor here. Is it true? I wish.
The rumors are true.
Scary, wouldn't it?
True. Mostly Steam telling you what you're theoretically doing wrong. But yeah, it's true. Sorry, Kaiju.
And boxes and boxes. Brett's box tonight is special. I think we received something really special that went into that box. Is that true?
Don't
know.
I'm scared what to say. I don't know.
I think my box is pretty good too.
This is all brand new stuff that came in today. So I think we should open one of BJ's and then get stuck into mine and we can throw back to BJ. Otherwise, he's got like 4 boxes there to get through. We'll be here all night.
Yeah. Right, let's start on yours then. All right, let's start with the first one.
Just warming up. Starts with a small box.
That's it. Brand spanking new.
Is it? Looks
all right,
old.
so Cop State models. They specialize in World War One subject matter, and they've been making a lot of 35th scale armored cars, which have been very, very popular. And they do a very good job of it. And this is their first of the smaller 1 to 72nd scale. Because 72nd scale is a very popular scale for war gamers, and then also people who are doing smaller dioramas too. And this is the first one. This is the Italian armored car, 1ZM, which was actually made by Lancia. And these were used throughout World War I and also through World War II as well, and the Spanish Civil War. So it was used for like 20, 30 odd years. So quite amazing indeed. All right, so let's crack it open and I'll show you just how clean all these bits are.
Are we looking at some typical undergation on this one, or
undergation?
Oh no, you won't be getting any undergate on this one because it's very much a Japanese brands that do that. But they are very classy when they come to doing the manuals. So you've got this very vintage-looking parchment style print.
Yeah,
remember that?
It's actually really thick.
Quite thick. So these always give you a lot of background information on the actual vehicle, because with World War I stuff, even if you search the internet, it's pretty hard to find stuff. The decals in here are made by a very quality brand that's cartographed from Italy. Very super thin, very crisp decals. And then we have all little bits and pieces. Okay, so you got the chassis here. You can see how fine those louvers are. Yeah, it's tiny. Okay, so this is going to be like this big, right? So you can just see the wheels up there.
Yeah.
Okay, there's a turret, there's a roof.
Does it have rubber tires?
No, they're molded.
Oh.
Small ones generally don't have rubber tires.
No?
No, and even a lot of the larger plastic ones don't have rubber tires, because the rubber tires are a real suck to glue on. They end up with rubbery bits that you can't really clean properly. So they tend to actually mold them. And I prefer them molded too. They have crisper detail. Okay, so here you got a selection of different machine guns. So you can do quite a few different versions. It might be hard to see there, but so you just had twin machine guns in the turret. You can just see the turret on this side as well. So there. And then, actually, this one's open. That's a bit easier to see. So side panels, the top of the turret,
Mm-hmm.
and then you got all your leaf springs and the suspension as well. So for something this small, this has got a lot of parts. So there's more machine guns there. I don't think you really pick it up, but it's super clean. The amount of detail that's on just that tiny part. So you can see there, the size of my finger. So
It's excellent. Isn't it?
really nice.
I mean, I think it's fair to draw parallels to Wingnut Wings. So like that CSM brings a very similar level of quality and attention to detail and attention to engineering that Wingnut Wings brought to aeroplanes that CSM is bringing to Hummer. I think that's fairly fair, don't you think?
Yeah, for sure. So CSM did start off with World War I aircraft, and with that sort of instruction manual and the amount of reference material in it, it did look very Wingnut Wingish. But I mean, Wingnut Wings is gone now, and I think they're actually doing a better job overall. So here you've got the different options here. So with the Italian vehicles, they did go into some of the colonial areas such as Ethiopia. I think there's a version from the Spanish Civil War as well there. You might see there's a couple of different machine guns. And then that funny sort of, I'll try to see it easier there. This is the front how it's got that grated fence looking thing on it. So that's actually a wire cutter. So once a wire hits the front, it's guided across the top here, goes across there, and then those sort of blades just hang onto it and snap it. So you can just drive through fences and stuff.
Wow.
So that's the newest thing. So this was just released in, I think it was just in last month in Europe. We just received these today. So that's pretty exciting. And from what I can tell, they're going to be doing their whole range of 35th scale in 72nd scale as well.
A lot to come then.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, so it's good. So quite a lot simpler than the 35th scale ones. And I'll show you a 35th scale one there as well. And you'll be able to see the differences between them.
I think you'll find the 35th scale one a bit bigger too.
Really? Are you sure?
You're kidding.
Yep.
You're very clever.
Are we going to see it now or are we going to see it later? Is that for later?
Oh, yeah, well, someone else wants to move along, and I'll bring it out a bit later.
Okay.
Well, we were joking in the shop when we received that particular kit that those ramps were actually for cows, like so they could hit a cow, and then the cow would like go up over the armored car, and then get dissected in its various bits, so that the driver and everything would have a nice meal.
So you can easily get steaks.
Yeah, it makes perfect sense. Makes perfect sense.
Yeah,
well, that's what I would do.
Barbecues as well.
As a recovering vegetarian, that's what I would do. But you know, your mileage may vary.
It may.
What's happening to Brett's puffs?
Let's have a look. Let's jump in. This is hot off the press. Our friends at Orca sent us some goodies today.
That's a bit smaller than we used to, Brett.
I know. Well, you know what? This is all like high-end sort of bespoke stuff, so it doesn't all have to be big and bulky.
That's true.
This one here caused quite a stir when it came in, and nobody was more excited than I. So
What do you mean?
Look at that.
Oof.
That is the perfect receptacle for your super glue, your tire glue.
That's a snow.
We're still cleaning up, but you know.
Tire super glue. This stuff is that good. I had the pleasure of using it today. I call it super duper glue. It is so good. It is super thin, and anybody who knows that I might have ventured to the track last Sunday, and I may or may not have used an inferior tire glue, but that is no more. And this here comes with a couple of needle noses, and now these are really good for getting into tight spots and for stabbing yourself in the fingers when you're not expecting it.
Excellent.
Yeah, all part of the joy.
Yeah, it's all part of the joy.
Well, I think many people don't realize how specific tire glue is, because tire glue is not just the same as any regular super glue. You tried using some good super glue on your tires, and it peeled off in places. So tires with the particular high grip rubber that they're made of, and trying to get them to stick onto hard plastic, you really need a good thin glue. And so, I mean, that Orca stuff is perfect, particularly the applicators.
Yeah,
the snow
dome. And those applicators are going to be absolutely make it a dream. And there's 2 of them there. Yeah. Like I said, really good. I'm really excited to have that. And coming from the Orca stable, I know that it will definitely be fantastic, because there's not a single product that comes from them which is anything less than at the top of the pile.
That's it.
And it's got a pretty good thing too, because I suppose it's designed to fit like in your shock oil bag. You know what I mean? I think that's why they would have designed it like that, so it can fit in your oil bag for your pit race. Because that's the problem with super glue, and you can fit your nozzles in there, and that is really cool from Orca.
And if it does spill, it won't spill into your tool bag.
No, it will not spill into your tool bag. Now, Orca, they sent us many great things. Now, I'm just showing you the new things. Now, this one here, I was going to plug it into my computer, but I'm scared that it may or may not turn the
kills everything.
On. What is it? This is the Orca noise killer.
Oh. So what sort of noise does it kill?
Well, radio frequency noise. So this is designed primarily for your RC vehicle, and it plugs in a spare channel into your receiver, and it's not polarity conscious in that you can plug it either negative or positive, vice versa, and that works to filter the noise and filter the signals out the incoming to your receiver to ensure that you've got glitch-free operation. In the old days, we used to, and I say old days because I'm old now, when we used AM or FM crystal radios, you would have, like, the glitches would induce erratic behavior or a slight twitch, or now with the 2.4 gigs and the fail safes, it actually just like interrupts the signals. It doesn't know what to do. It just absolutely cuts off. So this does definitely smooth the signal out and give your receiver a cleaner signal, and your radio a better chance of uninterrupted operation. So I'm pretty keen to try that out. I think that'll be really good on the 8 scale stuff, where we've got big motors and metal to metal drive trains, because there's a lot of noise and a lot of vibration, harmonics going on. So that'll be good. Also, when you're running, like we run like fans on everything, whether it's speed controllers or motors or whatever, those fans can generate a lot of electrical noise, back EMFs, and they're in fact usually wired back to your receiver. So that should clean that up and ensure that you got clean signal. And it only weighs 2 grams. It's not a big heavy piece. And I think it's the first one that I've seen so far come out. So that is really cool.
In the old days, there used to be a stutter stopper.
Yeah, stutter stopper. There was Schottky diodes, remember? Yeah. And if you wired them up backwards, they would pop and all sorts of carry on. So now these are not polarity conscious, and the Orca noise killer. That's cool. That's a brand new product which I'm really excited to have. Now, while Orca is at the semiconductor shop, they've also got themselves super caps. Much like mine. It's a super cap. You can see here, I actually don't have a normal ones, but they're about double the size.
Yeah, they're pretty tall, aren't they?
Sorry?
They're pretty tall.
Yeah, they're very tall. And that's, I think, going to be used more for your high demand applications. So you might use that in your drag racing or your really low turn applications. And what Capacitor does is holds I suppose a steady charge or a little bit of charge into your speed controller to ensure that your motor starts up nice and smooth and has all the power there that it needs. because they can be quite aggressive to start up these AC motors, these brushless motors. And that's why we started using capacitors.
Yeah,
so
gets rid of all the power ripples.
Yeah, it gets rid of all the power ripples, that's right, and smooths up the operation. So this is the Orca Super Cap. Yeah, again, I don't know the first people to buy them. I'm tipping it's going to be the drag racers, but let's see.
I think you should put one on the X Max.
On the X Max, you reckon? With the speed controller
It'll make all the difference.
Isn't so refined. It's actually akin to driving a variable resistor kind of speed controller. That thing, it's sort of either off or on, isn't it?
Yeah,
you're either sort of coming to a stop or doing wheel stands, and there's not much in between.
No.
Another product that came in today, which is brand new from Orca, is the new 40 millimeter fan. Hello. And that's called the Insane 2.
The what?
Insane number 2.
You just got the fan or yourself?
No, I'm just a bit cray-cray. I'm not completely insane.
Oh, the cray-cray number 2.
I'm cray-cray number 2. This is insane number 2. This has been in the industry. This has been in the industry about 5 years longer than me.
What's so insane about it?
Maybe the terminal velocity that it spins. That maybe the air. Maybe I'm thinking about, one of our colleagues from Neidhart actually did one when he was using one as a hairdryer. I was thinking about maybe doing a short video or something similar.
I could do that.
Yeah. Maybe I could do it. I could make an exclusive, moustache dryer. Could get it nice and fluffy.
Excellent.
So
it takes a long time to try this stuff.
And that is a 40 by 40 by 11 fan. So
it's pretty deep, isn't it?
Yeah, it's
pretty hefty.
Fairly thick. And I think that's pretty good because it should alleviate some of the flex across the body, because it's that flex that usually causes it to distort and break all the blades off. Yeah. When you hit something or when somebody crashes into you, it's the flex across the body of the fan that'll cause it to flex and bust all the blades off. And once you've even lost one blade or half a blade, even Master Joe will know by trying to balance it up and trim out the other ones like a helicopter. It doesn't last much longer after that. Back onto the semiconductors now. This is my personal favorite because this here is the Orca non-polar capacitor. So
it's warm.
It's good for the environment. Polar bear friendly, I believe. So when you go to the trouble of plugging your speed controller in backwards or plugging your battery in backwards, rest assured that your capacitor will not blow. That's the great thing to come out of this.
Well, that's a plus.
Your speed controller will still probably go in the bin, but at least you get to cut off the wires and hold on to this. No, seriously, the thing I like about this for a capacitor is it's actually really neat and tidy. It's in a machined alloy case.
It's low profile.
It's low profile. It's tiny, especially for an on-road 1/10 touring car. Will mount nice and flat on the chassis somewhere. It's really neat looking. I think they've done a fantastic job for an otherwise ugly capacitor. Whereas this one here is going to be quite a trouble to mount. You can see here the size difference.
Huge.
Well, you wouldn't be using the big chunky one in a normal touring car, would you?
Well, I don't know. Apparently, there's people out there going to try it.
Oh, really?
Not looking at anybody, Aaron, but apparently.
Oh, looking impressive.
Apparently, it's going to be the hot ticket for 21.5.
Right.
What else have I got in my box?
At some point, you've got to just go, I don't know what I'm doing, and I need as much help as I can get. And that just seems like the perfect solution.
Well, it could well be. The negatives out of it, I don't know. Now, this one here is a very specialized tool, like the stuff from Orca. Oops, bad reflection. Motor bearing remove tool. Now, not only does it remove the bearings, but it also presses them in. So there's two little attachments here. You can't really see it. Two bosses. There's the silver one in here. That's for one size bearing, and the other one is actually installed in the tool. So that's two. Notice here it's even got a little cutout for your sensor port. So that'll actually press on over the motor can, and then you'll wind in the T-handle, and it will press the motor out of the sensor board retainer, or out of the end bell retainer. And then you can also wind it back in and press a new bearing in. So for somebody who really likes to tune, tinker, or keep their motors in tip-top shape, this is exactly what the doctor ordered. So a lot of the motors, they're very tricky and everything, but a lot of them don't come with ceramic bearings. So a common cheap upgrade, and by cheap, I think they're probably still $40 a pair, is you put ceramic bearings in your motor. But if you're going to put them in like a Heaven with the end of a screwdriver and a small hammer, then you may as well have just not done anything. You may as well just thrown the motor in the bin before you started. So that will make sure that your motors are kept at the optimal condition, or help you tune them up. Apart from all the other things, sorry?
Bearings are pretty important because a lot of those motors are doing 30, 40, 50,000 revs.
Well, 70,000 if you're running mod. Exactly, and that's the only part of the motor that's touching anything. That's the only that's the only point of contact. Being the brushless, there's no physical contact, so it's just the bearing spinning. So if you can clean up your drag by even 5%, that's an amazing output. And they always sound so nice. You can always tell people that look after their motors, as opposed to people that just spray them down with a bit of a simple green and the compressed air and just blow it all in. And yeah. So particularly maybe for on-roaders, off-roaders who are always getting the dirt and stuff, you know what I mean? Because once you can't really clean the motor, you can't really clean the bearings in the can. You can try and spray them, can try and clean them, but no, there's nothing like just pressing out the old ones, putting in some new ones, and they're good to go.
Be done with it. Yeah.
So if you're going to do it, that's exactly how you do it. And that tool makes it really easy, simple, and you get your perfect bearing alignment, and in the cases without damaging the motor can and without damaging the bearings. So.
And I guess if you spend $150 for a race motor, that's the minimum you should do to keep it going and keep it tidy. If you have a bearing failing, you're going to destroy the motor after all.
Oh, if the bearing fails, the motor's gone. Once you start scratching the rotor or the stator in the motor, it's all over. So like Nick said, if you keep on top of it, do it every 3 months or do it before a big race or something, then you'll get, that's the only really consumable part in the motor. Let's be honest, So if you're not overheating it all the time, then really it's just going to be the bearings that flog out.
I guess the question for us retro, like 540 Tamiya and Kyosho Moto guys, is this going to be a benefit to us? Because I had to weather so much criticism this week. It was overwhelming, to be honest, of just.
It was nearly bullying.
How retro I was with my bushings in my motor. That guy.
I'm coming from a place of jealousy because I really misunderstood that.
Oh, come on, man!
It's a beautiful piece of motor that Warwick has got. And in the old days, it used to be a thing. The stock racing motors were very similar to the ones that you had, except you couldn't take them apart at all. They were sealed. They were pressed over. They didn't have screws in them. And they had bushes that wore and then you put them out.
But the burning question is for us retro guys is, can we pimp our rides? I put that to you, Mr. Brettles. Can we pimp our rides?
With that bearing tool, I am very confident that will indeed work on your bushes. Would you want to, or would you bother? Is the next question. But could you? Yes.
Get some very expensive bushes.
That's right.
Yep. If it can be done, it will be done. Make it so.
Absolutely.
That's what I like about you.
Good. Well, last week we left Warwick building his kit. Is it finished?
Oh, look.
I
went as hard as I could. And look, apologies to all of the viewers out there that had any sort of expectations that my abilities to do a speed build in this post-COVID, things a speed build. Like we've all got things that are sitting on our bench that have been there for like 12 months and that have not really gone anywhere, and that hasn't really changed that much. But look, I gave it a good crack, and in the spirit of I don't know what, in the spirit of just getting it done after the live last week, I stayed up and I just smashed it out. So
Let's have a look.
he's Ultraman.
Let's have a look.
If Nick can get the right one, that's it.
Well,
Oh
Look at this
yeah,
guy.
What's he doing? Doing weights.
USB connection.
he's just finished
Connection.
messing someone up big time. Look at that.
Wow.
Oh, I messed you up.
looks like he's got a
Get
USB
some.
stick for a gun.
Yeah.
Get some.
Double.
So, yeah. So look, I got it mostly done. Look, in all honesty, the weapons are not undergated, so I haven't finished them. Not that you can tell with this amazing resolution that my MacBook is putting out at the moment, but yeah, he's 95% done, like about half a dozen other other kits on my bed. But I had a lot of fun with this. I was super impressed with the way that it all went together, the way that I could paint 95% of it on the runner, and get a result like this. Like, to be honest, I was a bit shocked. Posability. Look, there's this weird thing. There's this weird thing with these Ultraman kits, in that you can kind of see where the engineering stops. Like they put most of the amount of engineering effort into the torso and the head, and like you can do ab crunches, and it's all very posable, but it's actually a lot smaller than people were expecting. Like when I posted it on Insta this week and I put my thumb up against it, it was like going, hang on a second, it's only as big as your hand. And I'm like, yeah, it's not that big. And to be frank, for the amount of posability,
You need smaller hands, Warwick.
yeah, well, big dude, big hands, kind of. Just,
What is it? 112, 1/8? 1/8, yeah.
I don't know. I don't know.
He's not licensed to drive
Is it?
the Octane.
Not-
No way.
He's not big.
He's not
he's
going
not
to the
be 112.
Octane, mate.
So that'll be the same
Yeah.
scale as all the Friendline girls.
Yeah.
What?
I'd probably say that. I mean, they don't say it on the box what size they are, but he's definitely a little bit smaller than I was anticipating. But look,
But at the same size as the Friendline girls, they can have a party together.
Oh,
yeah, they could, they could have a rave together. They could shoot each other. I don't know, whatever they would do. But
Don't put him in your BJ's, girls. Oh,
Hey, what are you talking about?
18 centimeters, 20. Yeah, all right. Yeah, 20 centimeters. Let's go the full
10 scale.
8
10
inches.
scale.
He's 8 inches tall. Whatever you said is. Well, let's run with that. The takeaways from these guys, 'cause this is my first time building these guys, but they're one of the kits that I've always sort of I've always eyed off on.
Uh-oh.
Oh, I lost him already.
Minecraft is taking over.
It's frozen.
Oh, that's 1/8 for sure, BJ. Let me put you on the
Yeah.
big screen while Warwick comes back.
Minecraft.
Oh, hang on, let's get back to
Oh.
where we can focus.
Oh
Nah,
Now,
it's metallic.
my god!
No, he's locked. He's gone.
Now it's Hearns podcast.
Yeah, so that's 1/8.
Yeah.
So you compare it to my hand.
Yeah.
So I think yours is a bit smaller. Probably 12, I'm guessing.
She could be a big
Yeah.
man.
Yeah. Let's sort of run with this. Let's run with this. So, I mean, firstly, we should thank Hobbyco for donating these kits to us so that we could build them up and show them all to you, because they don't get a lot of attention, and I think they deserve a little bit more attention, to be honest, because the level of detail, the posability is good, not great, but the level of detail is astonishing in most respects. The main body and arms and legs are all undergated, so you can make those very simply and easy. But you should also, an important takeaway is that the armaments are not undergated, so that if you're going to do something kind of like do the actual guy on the runner by all means, but please do keep in mind that all the weaponry, and it does come with a lot. This is just one. There's actually three different options in terms of the weaponry that you can put on this guy that are available to you, but none of them are undergated. So you are going to have to paint them off the sprue. But in terms of doing a quick build, it's hard to not recommend these, because you can bang them out pretty quickly. And to be honest, I think the results are pretty good. So yeah, I highly recommend them. And we've got quite a slew of them, as well as the Cayman riders. A couple of the designs I think are really very cool. This is one that came in this week, which it's very much a derivative of the one that I've done. And look, to be honest, look, I know nothing about Ultraman. I know it's an anime series, but now that I've built one, look, if you're a model maker, I can really highly recommend these, because they go together super nice. The detail is crazy for the size, and they go together like typical Bandai. Like you're never going to sort of second guess that. This is not going to go together very well.
I think Brett is going to build one.
I think Brett should build one and put him as like a co-driver.
And then he can put it into my crawler, actually.
Yeah.
Why
not? Why not?
Done. Meanwhile, Brett funnily has enough cables there to try to charge his X-Max without using alligator clips.
The alligator clips are trying to get me.
That's universal charge leads. But now Brett has got a new version.
Check that out, guys.
Look at that.
I am in charging heaven. Oh my God. Is there anything you can't charge with this?
You're large and in charge.
Mate, large and in charge. Hook me up, baby. Look at this bad boy.
Is it the octopus or the squid?
Squid Games.
It's the Matrix. The Matrix.
We got Deans. We've got alligators. We got all the. Look at this one. Even for the knuckle draggers.
I don't even know what that is.
You don't know what that is?
That's for a glow starter for the nitro cars.
Oh, please.
That can't be good.
Yeah, it keeps moving. That's to charge up your glow starter for your nitro car. We've got alligator again. Oh, look at that little fella. He's really cute. A little bit of tomato plug there.
He must be the oldest.
That's all right. I think he's granddad.
Yeah, I know that one too.
We've got this freaky looking guy. He can go down here. He'll never be used. We've got this one. We can charge up. We can charge up receiver packs.
Yep.
We can charge up more receiver packs.
Yeah. Classic JST.
Anyone?
For a little with that.
A little Tamiya.
Look at this.
XT.
Oh, this is favorite.
Bit of XT.
I hope you've sent some of those to the hobby man, because it would save like a lot of the newbies so much pain and suffering.
Oh, chunky XT.
XT90.
XT90. Look at the girth
All
in
the
that.
big Team Corrali 6S will have an XT90.
That's right. That. I missed my. Where's the Traxxas one gone? I've lost it.
It's the black one, dude. It's the black one.
The black.
Black one.
So there's no Traxxas one after all.
The Traxxas one fell off.
It's the black
I'm gonna have
one.
to-
Oh, you're such a noob.
So that will charge just about anything you want, except Traxxas.
You sold it so well.
That went well.
Yeah. Mad Mud.
Let's get to something serious.
Oh dear.
What have we got
Yeah,
here?
totally serious.
Yeah. Mad
On my
Mud.
serious face.
That doesn't need Traxxas.
No, that's definitely not going to need a Traxxas to charge this one. So you know what I've got? I've got the JP Racing 204 plug, and that'll turn that little Tamiya plug there into a Traxxas plug, so I can charge the Traxxas.
A dongle for your dongle, mate.
I only do models.
Let's have a look at the Mudman. Are we game enough to call that a Hearns exclusive?
All right. So, what's the plan with the Mad Mud?
I think we can make it a Hearns exclusive.
The Mudman.
I have a Hearns workshop plan.
Oh.
Now, last week Warwick attempted to build Ultraman. I'm going to attempt to build.
Oh, please. Attempted? I do not attempt. There is no can. There is only do.
Have a look at it. It's a little bit hard for me to do an unboxing with the way that I've got my thing set up. I'm not quite. The box is a bit bigger than yours, I'm afraid, Beach. There's a bit of rustling going on.
There you go, baby.
Have a look at that.
It's pretty cute.
What do you like most about it?
The
I
color.
like the blue.
Is it the fact that it's blue?
Yeah.
The fact that it is in fact pre-painted? Or the
Nice
fact
blue.
that it's pre-scored? Can you see that?
Yeah. That's pretty clever.
So
We've done
I
that on the really
reckon,
hard bits.
so
Real
I
life is a lot
reckon
hardest.
without
I'm
much
sold
ado,
already.
You're
and
going to have to
probably-
buy that one now.
Better.
without wrecking it, I reckon that we could just about cut that body out. I won't though. It's going to be too noisy and too while I'm cuddling the box. It's all a bit much. Nobody wants to see me cuddle this box all night on TV. Parts trees. Talk
Yes.
me through it, BJ. You were the parts tree expert, the sprue
The
man.
wheels.
Wheels.
This is where I stop.
Well, it's a pretty small car, right? So what's the scale on this thing? Is it 1 to 24th?
124th. Yeah.
But you see how it's got those rally type tires that you're pulling out now.
One
They're like
into
a
me.
10th scale rally
They
tire.
look big for my eyes.
Mr. Magoo, mate.
That completes the look. The hat, the glasses. Now you just need like an open top E-type.
So the wheels are huge compared to the body.
Yeah,
Aren't they?
yeah. But it's great how they designed the car because it's a small car, but in the past you needed really special electronics for it. So they've designed this to take a standard servo.
Yeah. So the beauty about this one is it takes a standard servo.
Yep.
It will take a standard like nitro car receiver pack, and we'll take a standard because of that. We'll take a standard speed controller. So they've really done a lot of things in standardizing it and making it really awesome. And it's going to be LiPo powered. How long do you think that a 3200 is going to last with this car?
Oh, maybe 2 years.
An hour.
Well,
Weekend.
if you put 6S, I think it's going to go really fast.
6S, yeah, it'll probably go
You won't see
really
it
fast.
again in 6S.
It'll just turn into a black hole.
Can anybody tell me what Tamiya have done here?
It's a jump. Clearly, it's a jump.
It's actually not
That's
a
your
jump.
set of glasses.
It's actually not. It's actually got ramps. These things here, you cut them out and do a bit of origami, and you stick them to the roof, and then it can do forward somersaults, just like the X-Max.
So it's a jump for the roof.
That's right. It's a jump for
Just
the
rolled
roof.
over like this.
And it comes with a really cool decal kit.
Look at the old school caution stickers.
Well, caution, Mudman. And you can bet even a numpty like me could have a go at building this. Have a look how concise these instructions are.
So this particular car has got really short wheelbase. So it's designed to do lots of wheelies.
Very torquey.
Oh,
so
look at
it's
those
gonna
old
be
school
really,
unis that you snap into place.
They are really cool. I think that we should have, like, can anybody tell me what size motor this is? I want somebody to tell me. That should be the motor of the week.
Yes.
No, I haven't pulled it out of my electric screwdriver or my toothbrush. This is actually what's going to power this thing. If I can get it out of the bag. Have a look at it.
750 size.
750?
480.
I don't know. I reckon it's going to be a 260. Have a look what we've got there. Somebody's going to have to Google it. It is awesome. I don't know that the Orca. I don't know that the Orca bearing tool is going to fit this one.
No, probably not.
Probably not. But it'd be good fun to try. But we might do a bit of a build on this one. Have it in the shop. Have a play around. Yeah, you can see here like Bandai, I suppose. Like they've got different sprues, different color sprues. Is that what we talk about?
Yeah.
Different color sprues. It's got body
those classic body pins in there.
It's definitely not undergated. It's got a tailgate. We've got some red knobbly bits. I think we'll call them gears for the gearbox.
The knobbly bits?
Yeah.
They're called cogs, mate.
Look, who's going to be the lucky recipient of this? Look at this.
Who doesn't have a
Tamiya hex wrench at home?
I don't anymore.
Excellent.
Mine's gone.
No, I'm sure you have one. If you don't have a Tamiya one or a Koisho one, then I don't know.
Sure, I have about 3.
Yeah, even Warwick's got like 3 of them.
Yeah.
So there we go.
I don't use any of them. I don't use any of them because
what are you stepping about?
I don't use any of those inferior tools because
Can't hear.
because I have my 9 steps toolkit. Of course.
Oh, I wondered where that was heading.
We are messy. It's amazing. It's amazing.
Mad. 1/24 scale. We don't usually talk price, but I'm going to say $99. That's it.
$99 special.
I'm just doing a mic drop. I'm saying $99. Yeah. How could you say no? Look at it. It's got a cute little face on it. Beautiful. Looking forward to it, guys. The Mudman. And I've even got a charging lead that'll do that one.
Yeah.
Are you sure? Are you sure?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
Definitely.
Brett has been waiting for 3 weeks for his Traxxas charge lead. I think.
Oh, he's been so excited. It's just been.
I grabbed one. I did. I just grabbed one in a panic, and I thought all my life problems had been solved, and I'm still in the wilderness.
That's it.
So Anthony's asking if it comes with the ESC. This one doesn't come with an ESC.
For $99.
Yes, for $99 there's no ESC. So
No.
I guess
the ESCs aren't expensive anyway, right?
Yeah, they're like $30 or something. Like a basic ESC is all you need, really.
Yeah.
Well, we got the 9 steps ESC will go straight in there, won't it?
Yeah, that's right.
$44.95. I think we've got the Aromax LiPo battery. I don't want to say that they're like $54, but that's LiPo tech. And then you've got the A3 Tornado charger that'll charge that sucker up. Mate, you are done. Your GT2B radio at $69.99.
Or even any of their radios. If you have a radio or a servo at home from another car, strip it, and that's perfect. So if you have an old broken car or something, you can probably repurpose most of it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Or we
yeah.
can have it. You can have your 7PX in there.
I will have my 7PX in there.
Look up.
So we yet to even guess what this could be.
A Saab.
It's a Humber.
Yeah, it
It's
could
a-
be.
It's a Morris.
Rover MG.
Is it the car from Ghostbusters?
Actually,
Whoa.
it could be. Could
Really
be.
long.
They can put more Ghost in there.
Oh, we've got Valiant coming up.
Ooh.
Valiant. Ooh,
Valiant.
not quite. Let's see if we can
No.
get rid of some of this light. Ooh, sorry.
Oh,
Oh,
There
that's
you go,
better.
no more light. Sorry.
I have no idea. I couldn't even drop some funny hints on this one. It's just,
Go
Nah.
Mobile.
yeah, go good.
it's got a face only its mother could love.
Oh, we haven't seen the face yet. Oh my god! Like
It's a Dart.
It's got
No,
to
it's not the dart. It's not the dart.
be English. Is it
Nothing.
English, Nick?
What
Can you give us a
country?
country?
That's got to be American for sure, yeah?
It's got to be a
I
Humber.
don't know.
That's English. That is English.
This must be. I would say it's English.
Spanish.
I would say it's English.
I'm going for
Wow.
English because it makes no sense whatsoever. So it must be English. And I know that because I'm mostly English.
No. Humber car, no.
Not a Humber. Really?
Jaguar.
What?
Let's see the front.
That's English.
Wolseley.
Worsley,
Hello,
no.
sounds like
Yeah.
Wolseley.
I
That's
have to
got
say,
be-
Marlin picked this car in like 2 seconds.
Marlon
Marlin's
did.
a freak, isn't he? He knows
Yeah,
all
but
the cars.
he doesn't like
Yeah.
anything before he was actually born. So, you know.
You might have to keep them guessing, Nick, while you get your big box out back there.
Yeah, I'll keep guessing. So I thank you for that. All right. So I'll have to guess a lot. I think I need to go open Wikipedia again here because I then I lost the page. I don't think I can do that anyway.
Oh,
Someone
don't
suggested I should talk about this tonight.
Oh, yeah.
And
Nick
Tom
is out
said
of
to me that
it.
it's a nice kit, and thinking that he's a Gundam, we believe
Yeah,
it's not a Gundam.
no, it's not a Gundam. No.
It's A-Main, isn't it? Is that
Sorry?
A-Main, Warwick?
It's Amen. Yes.
Not a Gundam.
What is it,
Definitely
Warwick?
Gundam. So, what is it then?
It's a mech.
It's a mech.
That definitely is.
It's a robot.
This is exactly. It's a new series of robots that looks like it's going to go. It's going to be screened very soon, isn't it, BJ? We were just looking at that before. It could be
Yeah,
going
so it's
live
a
very
new
soon.
television anime series in Japan, which has
Yes.
just gone to air and appears to be very popular.
I think it only went to air last month. I'm trying to catch up on it, but I just haven't had time.
Ah,
Holy shit.
So-
How do you know that?
so
And
it's
the-
a,
So
And the
this is a
best thing is
typical
that it's-
Bandai kit. It actually looks quite similar to other Gundams that we've seen before.
Oh,
So
that's
those
great.
those leg poses look pretty awesome the way that they bend like that.
This
Got a
almost
full
looks like a
squad.
Zoid. Some of these parts here are a bit Zoidy, if anything. There's this lag here. Looks like a big wolf or something.
And it's HG, so that's super cool.
That's high grade. And as usual, should we have a look at some of the bits?
Yeah.
You're gonna have to tell me what we have here because this is my favorite already. This clear, light blue clear part is quite nice actually.
Yeah, it's got a bit of a tint.
Nice color, bit of a tint.
Sound is fantastic. Do that again. Do that again.
Then we got the usual, typical traditional light yellow and blue parts here. I wouldn't even know what they could be. These parts.
And
Let's
have
see
you
if
got
some-
have you got
some of the
multicolored
weaponry.
screws there?
There we go. Some of the weapons here.
Those are stickers, a whole bunch of different numbers.
The stickers are all a bunch of different numbers. Yes. Let's see. Here we go.
Oh, Cody
So
Shorts wants to know if anything's undergated.
It looks
Oh,
very
dear.
similar.
Come on.
It looks like Bandai have really stepped it up here, and
I would say it's not, actually.
Mud Mad.
What do you want for $50? You have to pay more for undergating.
Let's see if the last some more stickers here, and there's no undergating here. Sorry to disappoint.
So apparently the story goes, in Japan, they're suffering from low childbirth, which is true like now, and they need the help of foreign powers, and the foreign powers come in to help, and then the foreign powers are overtaking the place, and so, as Japan does, they make these big mix and stuff right in fact. So, all makes sense.
Totally.
Just arrived fresh today. Tom was really excited about this. So, very new, interesting series. And that is the box for tonight.
Yeah, well, it's the first of maybe 6 or 8 new kits. So Bandai and Sunrise have sort of come together and have created a new anime series, and very much like Star Wars, that have kind of cashed in on the whole. Hey, let's make a movie, and let's make the merchandise to go along with it. They've kind of combined those two. So even though us in the West, we've got limited access to this series already, we've already got access to the kits. So it's something interesting for us to look forward to.
Agreed. Meanwhile, I think there's lots of guessing going on for the car.
That front looks very Aston to me, but there's no way that can be an Aston, right?
Could be a family Aston.
I'm such a car guy.
Somehow we have the scale. Definitely 1 to 76.
It's like the scale guy will win. Like,
yeah, we got the scale, but not much else yet. Vanguard, no.
He picks a scale.
English, right? It's English?
I would say so. Let me Google that.
Is it a McLaren?
That's a last guess.
McLaren was last week.
When we have McLarens and Ferraris on, people guess them in like 3 minutes.
Yeah, where's the fun in that? Like,
I know. Now we've got some old turd on. Nobody knows what it is. I love it.
There's just no Anglophiles.
That's it.
Quick, we need to.
Somebody said Vauxhall.
Oh,
well, I think we're getting very close. I don't know.
I have no idea.
I think you're going to have to let the cat out of the bag, mate.
Yeah.
I think we're going to stay here all night. Guessing this.
I'm just trying to find my Traxxas charging lead.
Yeah, no, it's gone.
Just ask the cat. She'll have a better idea.
I keep the car here. You guys keep it going, and BJ is going to show a couple more boxes.
Ooh. What else you got over there?
A couple more cats.
I've got some stuff. All right, let's have a look at this 35th scale version. Okay, so this is Copper State. So this is the same as the launch year before, and they've actually released exactly the same thing as I showed you before in 35th, but this is the German version. Okay, so what happened was towards later on, say, I think it was in the mid-40s, when the Italians actually stepped out of the Axis and joined the Allies. The Germans took quite a few of these and were using them in Italy. So they basically Germanized it, and this is the German version. Okay, so let's have a closer look, and I'll compare what it looks like in size and detail to the smaller one. The packaging is a nice and tight. So you see there's a full inner box. So really tough. And this travel all the way from Latvia, so opens up like this.
Where are you coming out with your inner boxes?
Yeah, I like my inner boxes. Is that too special for you?
Huh.
So this is how they do their classy paperwork. I mean, look at that. It looks pretty official, old school documentation.
That looks like classified information.
It does, doesn't it? There's an old school print. Really thick.
Special.
Really high quality card there. So that's a very wingnut wing style. But as you see inside, okay, you've got a lot of photos, and there's probably about 10 pages of history documentation and photos as well, just so you get a better idea of how these vehicles were used throughout history.
Wow.
And like so. And then we get into the instructions. You see how they're really nice and clear CAD drawings.
Oh, I love a good motor.
So you start with, so as you can see, it's got a full engine detail. It's got interior detail as well. They even give you the instructions there on how you wire up. Actually, where am I going? Over here. How you wire up all the harnesses if you want to add extra detail. So all the spark plug leads and such.
That's really good.
And then you got the full rail chassis. Remember old school, you see the solid axles, the leaf springs, all the brakes. The brakes are probably drum brakes. Let's see how all that goes together. Okay, so you get your machine guns hanging out the back. So then as you go through it, it gives you quite a few different options. So the things that I described before, the wire cutters, the German ones actually had a couple of variations where they chopped them off because they weren't using them. So you can do a couple there. The lights were actually in different positions as well. You choose that. You got your full chassis there, and then your bodywork goes in. So you can see all the interior there. You got your driver's seat, all the steering and such. And then you got different versions you can choose from. So there are Italian versions in this as well, and also the Spanish Civil War. So there's a couple there. There's 4 there. And then I think there's another set there. And the Germans generally did all the funky camouflage on them. So that's a manual. Then you start getting into all the finer stuff. So that's the machine guns here. Your wheels, the tires mounted on them already. It's a lot more bits. Okay, so there's different wheels. So later type wheels. The fenders, and then you got your lights as well, so different types of headlights. Sprue there just for the turret. So you can already see how much more bits there are. Actually, what's different with this one? So it's the same thing?
Left and right.
Oh, it's the same thing, yep. So it's a duplicate. This is all your engine bits. So you can see all the spark plug in there. So you can just attach leads to those to get extra detail. You got your little fan, chassis rails here. You got your chunky bits.
Chunky.
So see how you got these wheels here with the tires on them already. They're for the earlier version. And so for this version, there were those blank wheels I showed you before and your favorite rubber tires.
Oh, so many.
That's cool.
Rubber tires, yeah, because the rears had 2 on each side. And they got the tread pattern in them as well. I'm not sure you can see that.
I've got some super
Yeah,
glue
very
you
nice
can
to
borrow.
see.
All right, so you got some clear bits. And then again, you've got some nice decals printed by Cartograph.
Oh, nice.
Are they water slide?
They are indeed.
Oh,
You know exactly how to use these, don't you?
yeah.
Use them on the
So this
T-Rex, the bullet.
35th scale one looks like. And as you can see, I mean, there's a lot more parts because it's a much bigger model.
Yeah.
So you get your choices there. You can either go for simple and small, 72nd, or you can go with super detailed with full interior and engine in the bigger one, the 35th scale one.
Mm.
But any of their kits are really nice.
Yeah.
I'm
You see
really
that?
impressed by the
Just look at
instructions.
the moldings on them. No flashing at all. Incredibly clean. Yeah.
Nice.
That's not undergated though, is it?
It's not undergated, but a lot of these kits, even though they're very good, they're not going to go into the undergating. It's just going to add cost to the kit. Because you can imagine that these particular kits, they won't sell as many as, say, a Bandai Gundam. Probably a Bandai kit would probably send tenfold the time of this. So to be able to keep pricing down, they'll simplify the molds. But with the simplified molds, they're still incredibly good. So,
And you can do more hand finishing then too, no?
How do you say this, Brett? You know how to read that.
Pins Spigger Wiggerman.
Yep.
Panzer Sparwagen.
Nailed it.
Panzer Sparwagen.
Brilliant.
Yep. So cool. So what do you want to do? I've got a couple other bits.
Serious.
Want to keep going, or you want to look at
I'm
something
gonna
different?
look at
Keep
Pikachu.
going. Ah, this guy.
Pikachu.
Pikachu,
What are you talking about?
Pikachu? What?
Isn't Pikachu back there?
No,
That's not Pikachu.
That's his phrase, his mate.
that's Eevee, mate.
It's son of Pikachu.
He's son of Pikachu, and this is son of
Son of
Plugger.
Plugger.
You can't say that without a mask on, mate.
Son of Plugger.
This is where we're at. I've got some of the gold on now on this side with the restaurant and the coat of arms. You see there. You can see how this gold really catches the light.
It's almost like gold leaf.
Yeah.
It's super impressive.
But this side I haven't done yet.
Why not?
But it picks up the light really well. Okay, and you can only do that with paint, really. So this is on decal paper, just so it's easier to manipulate, like move around on the surface. But it's actually been painted.
You're making me hungry, Beige.
Am I? Look like chocolate?
You're making me hungry. No, it's the restaurant tram. I haven't had dinner yet, so yeah.
Oh, is that what you mean? Yeah, unfortunately, the restaurant trams don't exist anymore. Hopefully they'll come back in the future if they work it all out.
What?
Hey?
That's outrageous.
Yeah, it's true. They couldn't get the certification because there was issues with maintenance and following regulations. So,
And like having your dinner in your lap is never a good thing, right?
But these were really popular. There would have been 6 to 7 of these trams running.
In your lap, it wouldn't be, no.
Yeah, totally.
So that's where this is at. So I just got to do the other side. That's going to take me a bit of time. I still got
you
my
gonna do the
placards
other
to go
side the
across the
same?
top. Huh?
Are you going to do the other side the same?
Exactly the same.
No.
Is this symmetric? Different, asymmetric.
Put Chinzano on the side of it.
John, we'll put John Player Special on there for you, Brett.
Oh, yeah, why not? Yeah, so that's where Mr. Plug is at.
Plugger Junior.
Hmm?
Plugger Junior.
So does Brett want to see Pikachu? There's Pikachu.
That's not Pikachu.
See that?
You can't say Pikachu without a COVID mask on.
It's giant.
Pikachu. Well, there is a Pikachu here. So that's what you saw, isn't it, Brett? Yeah.
Saved.
So this is Eevee.
Is it?
But this is not.
It's a big,
this is a huge
This
Eevee.
is gigantic Eevee.
So this is what they call the model kit big.
Ooh.
In case you couldn't work it out because it's got a big box, but it's big. Okay, so to give you an idea of how big it is.
Oh, that's so good.
When the head's big enough to act as a mask.
That fits you perfectly. Hold it there.
Oh, make it stop! No.
Look how big is it? That is unbelievable, isn't it? So that's just the head bit. I don't know. I think that's a butt. Does it look
Oh
like
my
a butt?
god!
That's probably the butt, yeah. And then you got a bit of the tail, big fluffy tail. You're right there, Warwick. I think. Have you collapsed? Have you?
It was,
in an ambulance?
can I put this in perspective, Beige? Like you put that up to the camera, and your
Yeah.
eyes were in eyeball sockets.
Perfectly.
It was the most. It was the most frightening thing I've ever seen. I'm sorry,
Oh, was
mate.
it? No, I'll actually do it again then.
It comes from a place of love. It was good name. It wasn't. Keep going. Sorry.
So that's the end of the tail. So you see how they're already molded in colours. So you see how chunky all the bits are? So it's perfect for kids to build. I think they sort of recommended from 6 years and up. See how chunky the locator holes are on the back.
What scale is it, BJ?
I don't know. How big's an Eevee meant to be?
It's heroic
I think
scale.
it's a bit small. So that's like
Heroic scale.
it's yeah.
Half scale? I don't know. There's more. Okay, so you
There's
got
a
black
tail.
bits there for the eyes. What's this brown bit for? Oh, they're inside of the ears. Clear bits there for the eyes as well. They got these smoky parts here. Oh, that's for the bottom of the eyes, the reflective bits. And that's very classical Bandai, the multi-coloured sprue.
Yes. Big time.
Then we've got some more bits here. Okay, so we've got that's around the mane, I think. Your legs. And then you got some more legs. And
Wow.
this pink stuff is actually rubbery. So they're the pads for the paws.
It's actually quite a
Out
lot
of
of
this
parts.
really massive box, get this really small instructions.
It's not like the other one.
So there you go. But you can imagine it's just really pretty simple, right? So there's not a lot to it. But you do end up with a pretty impressive model. So sometimes when you're building those smaller kits, they're pretty basic, but there's not much to show for it. So if you're looking for something pretty decently big,
Anthony's asking, is there more in the series?
hey,
Yes.
Is there more in the
In
series?
the big.
well, there's a fish.
A fish.
I think you're not going to be able to repeat this.
No, oh, okay, I'll give up. So there you go. There's a Pikachu, Brett. Classic.
The horror. The horror.
That's going to haunt me for the rest of my life.
That's it. That was a good one.
Yeah, that's right. Magikarp. That's the other big, massive one.
Oh, that's
there
the
we go.
fish with the big lips.
Yeah, the same size
Oh,
as
the
mine.
magic.
And Evie, Captain Espen suggests he's 1 foot tall apparently in real life.
Whoa.
So this would be almost a similar size.
Is
1
it?
foot 30 centimeters.
Oh,
So this would be like what, 15, 20?
Yeah, it would be easy.
Yeah, almost 1 to
Bigger than
1.
that. Pretty massive.
maybe not.
But yeah,
Maybe not. Half scale?
doesn't
Big
give me
scale.
any dimensions here.
Does anybody
Yeah.
guess that car yet?
That's big.
I think so. I think the car is being guessed actually.
Is it?
I think so.
Was it blue?
Was definitely not blue and was wait. I think
Oh.
Is that a winner?
that is a winner.
Oh, Vauxhall Cresta. Never heard of it.
Neither,
No, no.
but apparently exist.
But kudos to you,
I think the colour is
Anthony. You got it.
Oh, here we go. The color is virtually impossible to
For others
guess, I
to
think.
fail, you have succeeded, Anthony. Well done. Well done.
Well done.
What's the color? It's a very dark black.
It's green.
Oh,
It's a very sophisticated green.
Dark green.
Yeah,
It's grayish black.
it's a grayish black
grayish black.
green with a tiny green.
Muddy yellow.
Mm.
Green. It's a yellow
Yeah.
green. Yeah.
Yeah.
Very good. What else do we have? I think we are at the end, are we?
I think we are at the end.
I
Well,
think
I
so.
did have this, but
Oh.
we are pretty much running out of time, haven't we? But I'll show it off anyway. So
You got,
there's
got
a lot of
30
people excited about
seconds.
this.
oh, there's more.
Is that one a Gundam?
Oh dear.
It's a high
I
noon.
think we
It's a high
received
vis.
about 35 phone calls about this kit today.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, by the time I get
It's
into the
latest
shop
in
tomorrow,
RG.
by the time I get into the shop tomorrow, there won't be any left. So if you want one, get it now, because the demand is being ridiculous on this thing.
It's pretty chunky.
It is chunky.
Lots of bits hanging off it, and hence why it's got a double-sized box of a regular RG.
There's so many runners in that box. It's mind bending.
I mean,
It's
look
like
at
there's a
that.
big life right there, but the detail is just crazy. It's And you know how much I hate antenna heads? Like, all kudos to this antenna head. It really brings the full antenna experience. So, yeah, if you like it, get it now because, yeah, the chances of getting it in the future are very low. There you go.
Groovy.
Nice.
So that's available now.
Yep.
Well, it was until Warwick just sold them all.
It's like him to go. Go on.
So Anthony's asking if there's Pokemon models out on the website. They are all listed. And there's a
There's
few
a whole heap of
different
different ones.
Yeah.
So we actually see a big restock of those today as well.
So me, I can't remember their names because I'm not a Pokemon person, but there's different Pikachu.
That's the only big one. That's the only big one, but the regular ones, God, man, there's like 10 of them. The smaller ones, like 10 plus. Yeah, they're just
looking one.
So they should all be on the website now. Yeah.
What ages to build? I guess you can build this with the kids.
5 and up, I reckon you'll be able to do it. The recommendation for this one is...
I think it's 6+ or something.
Yeah, something like that.
Yep.
Yeah.
And they are undergated, Brett. So they're safe for you, my friend.
Really? So I can paint it on the sprue. That's all I want to do.
You can do it.
See the big one there?
You can do it. You can do it.
Normal size one. A normal size one?
Oh, there you go.
That's a big one.
Yeah.
Here we go.
That's good. That's great. Yeah. That's a good indication.
Yep. Yeah.
And I think we have one more question to finish tonight. Have we decided if you're going to stay at night or not? I don't think we have. I think we have. So we haven't had a conversation. We haven't spoken about it. We'll have to have a board meeting next week.
Yeah. What does everyone think that's watching?
Yeah, it's true.
Good? Is day good?
I mean, I like the idea of us all being in the same room so there's no lag. Like I agree. The lag is freaking annoying. And I think all of us being in the studio back at Hearns might be better. I don't know. What does everyone think? Let us know.
We'll never have 4 of us in the studio, though. It's only a small desk.
Oh, well, you know. I'll take the top half and everyone else can.
I'll have to take the bottom one, really, because I'm not that tall. And I think we could do an evening one once a month or so, perhaps. Live from the studio.
Hearns after dark.
We'll see. We'll have to make a bit of planning.
Hearns after dark. Yeah, we could do that.
After dark.
Totally.
4 beers. Cool.
4 beers. Yes, 4 beers.
Alrighty then. Are we done?
Yeah.
Is there any more questions?
Mostly.
I think this is it. This is it for tonight.
Yeah.
I've got turkey drumsticks to cook up.
Okay, and that's it.
Yeah.
Where'd you get that from?
Well, that's okay. And I'm working tomorrow, so come on down to the shop because we are open on Saturdays. I'm going to be there. Who else is going to be there? Tom's going to be there. It'll be fun times. Come on down. Yes. We'll be happy to see you on the shop. It'll be great.
Indeed. Very good. All right, then. Everyone, thank you for joining us. As always, quite a few videos going out every day. So join us YouTube and join us through the social media throughout the week. Comment, let us know what you like. And keep an eye for the decision if next week is going to be afternoon or evening. We'll announce throughout the week. And we'll see you live again.
Yeah,
fantastic, guys.
All right.
Have a good week,
everyone.
Thank you for joining us. Bye-bye.
Busy this weekend, everyone. Thanks for joining us. Appreciate it.